mean,
have you seen it when it's like you don't see it when it's not like you only.
Okay, and this brings me to my next point. I think guys should have sheaths.
They do. We cut them off. No one wants
Wow,
them.
Kyle.
No, sorry. I was like, yeah,
You mean, like,
absolutely,
fully.
Like immediately, I meant fully, but then Joey very practically pointed out, I was like, we do.
We got
That's why it was funny to me. I never called it a sheath, but it is correct. We did have our own little sheaths.
Yeah, it just starts halfway up for some reason.
Yeah, but no, I think we should have full sheath.
Yeah.
Like a sock? Like you just put it in?
Yeah, well, I just mean like I want to look like I want to look like a Ken doll. Unless I want to go. Well, I guess you can't do that because you'd still have your balls out
They could
there.
just be out
They
there
could
by
be in.
themselves.
Yeah. So
Separate
that's what I was
I mean,
thinking.
if
It's all
it's
going to
going
be in, then they
just
should be
all
in.
just be in.
I think, honestly, that's the weirdest part about dogs is they're like, hey, we're going to suck the shaft in here for, I guess, protection and, just to keep room or whatever. And then their balls are just still out there.
Well, I imagine, but
That's weird.
I mean, like the balls, sensitive, yes,
Yeah.
but not probably prone to injury or infection the same way.
In my experience, no.
the Red Rocket is.
In my experience, you hit your nuts on shit or sit on them all the time.
I just mean like, but then like, at
Yeah.
the end of the day, no harm done.
Yeah. You're right.
Right?
You're right. It's not an open.
Like you sit on.
It's not an open hole.
You sit on a.
Yeah.
Ugh, I'm not gonna further this conversation.
What? Go
but
ahead.
you know what I just mean.
You
like,
sit on a ball.
No, I was gonna say for a dog.
Yeah.
If the rest of his extremities
Yes.
were out
Penises.
and he just sat on that,
Yeah.
like I feel like that gets dirty and goes back in, you're gonna have problems.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like
Because
Like
you
that
can,
is
well,
clearly not
but
made to be
you're
on the
asking
outside.
a question which none of us know. Hopefully, is like, is it slimy? Is it picking up the dirt and bringing it back in?
I mean, it
Oh,
sure
I mean,
looks
it's
like
gotta-
it.
it looks like
Probably
it.
has to
To get,
sure looks
Okay, I'm
like
glad
it.
we're all like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Come on.
Yeah.
it would have to have some sort of natural lubricant
yeah,
to
yeah,
unsheath
yeah,
itself
yeah,
easily.
yeah,
Otherwise,
you're
it's
right.
like tearing
listen,
everything.
I
Otherwise,
agree, I
it's
just
like
wanna make
when your
sure.
lip gets stuck on your dry teeth.
Oh,
It's, it's
but
the,
a full length of a boner.
It's the wolf. It's the wolf. It's the Wolverine thing where his claws come out, tears his arm, his hand every
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
He
every
heals
time.
so fast.
Hurts every time.
But it's just like that, but a dog.
Just like the sound down glass. Just like so gross.
Snicked. It's not snicked. It's
Yeah, they are wet. Anyway,
They are so wet.
they are wet. That's
Just
the one
saying,
thing that we
they're
didn't
not
have
made
wet
to be on the
sheets.
outside.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
if you take care of them, you don't. And most people
Yeah.
don't take
yeah,
care of them, which is why we get rid of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
Fair
can't
enough.
have
I
nice
think I would have
things.
done a good job.
Nice thing.
I think I would have done a
Okay,
good
as
job.
an adult,
And
Yeah,
so,
yeah. As a child, no way.
Would you be
Yeah.
wiping your dick after you piss as a child?
I do that now.
little dab.
That's
Get a
so you
little
don't
dab.
get the piss dot.
That's what
That's
I'm
a
saying.
dot
I don't
of
want to get the
piss.
piss.
That's
I don't.
spoon
I'm not
leg.
getting spoon leg. Yeah, I refuse.
I get so fucking paranoid about that. I
Oh.
was like, if I get spoon leg, I'm gonna run into
Joey,
someone.
have you ever gotten spoon leg so bad that to throw people off,
You just splash some water?
splash a bunch more water on your pants?
I have, yes.
Yeah, you're like, well, that faucet's out of control.
No,
Oh, it sprayed me. I didn't know what to do.
Jesus
I
Christ!
would say-
Don't put it on full blast in there. I'll say that.
Posture. I would think what's worse than that is when you're using you're pissing in the urinal and then there's the spray back.
There's nothing you can do.
I
That's
know.
a nightmare.
And then it's just like all over your pants. You're like, well, I can't. I had no control over this. This
Yeah.
is just like
I
poor
just
design.
I leaned against the counter's all wet.
Yeah, exactly. That's when you have to.
splash so much.
Once
it just
again,
looks
you
like
gotta
a full
keep
piss.
splashing
That's.
it. Yeah.
I guess that's a reason
Your
to.
shorts are soaked.
That's a reason to also have a water bottle with you at all times. So that way you can be like, oh, I accidentally spilled it on myself.
Is that piss pants, Brian?
No,
Yeah,
no,
piss
no,
pants,
no,
right?
no, no. Spilled water on
That's
himself.
why that I think you should leave sketch is amazing.
Oh, which one?
It's
Yeah,
the
the pants.
calico cut jeans.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're like, no, that's not a piss stain. That's how the pants are.
Oh,
That's how they are.
well, there was that guy in Detroiters
Yes.
who's like, that's not cum, that's a piss dot.
oh yeah.
And he was like really forward about it. He's like, it's just a piss dot. Don't
It's
worry
just a
about
piss
that.
dot. It's nothing.
Because he was trying to get him to re-record the song and make it horny.
Yes.
He's like, that's
my
not cum,
favorite
that's a piss
episode.
dot.
That's my favorite episode where it's just a horny jingle and then the guy's trying to make
Give him
the
a boner.
Farmer John into Blade so he can dress like Blade.
And then he does.
And then he does.
Oh, yeah, that's really good.
That's a fun show.
It's not it's not cum, it's pissed on.
Yeah, he says it multiple times. in
Yeah,
that
it keeps
episode.
coming up. Just keeps.
You know what?
He just can't shake it enough.
You got to
Just
call it
always.
out. You can't give it
Yeah.
the power over you.
I do like. I it's the exact same thing of why I dry my hand way too much after I leave the bathroom.
Right.
Because if I don't, I'm gonna run into someone and have to
Yes.
shake their hand.
And
And it fucking happened on Thursday.
Yep.
Are you serious? Who did you meet? Was it a
The
boss?
son of my boss.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's a son. Who
But he
cares?
works down the hall.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
So along those same lines, I was talking to a writer friend of mine who had a meeting at Margot Robbie's company. And then, of course, went to the bathroom, left, met Margot Robbie with their wet hands and shook her hand and was just like, oh no.
I always call it out. I'm like, I'm sorry, I just washed my hand, and I'm like
Yeah.
trying to like dry, and they're usually like, it's okay.
Here's the thing.
See,
She's not going to remember.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie doesn't remember because she's had worse
Yeah.
meetings than that. Like,
All those
You know
envelopes
what?
of
You
cum
know what?
people
That-
mail.
for
that
you,
logic-
She almost
forever.
certainly is.
Yeah.
She almost
That
certainly
logic-
met Harvey Weinstein.
that
Yes,
logic is also what
absolutely.
they say to like relax you with the gynecologist.
Yeah. There's always been something worse.
Like
There's something
They've
worse.
seen worse vaginas.
oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
open up and go.
But, like,
oh,
someone-
I've
They
seen
ain't-
worse.
they ain't-
Someone
that-
is the worst
No,
vagina.
guys, they ain't that self-cleaning. You know what I mean? You got to do a little bit of upkeep, all right?
Front to
You
back.
can't just
front
let
to back.
it go.
Front to back.
All
Front to
right.
back.
Yeah, I wonder. Ooh, do you think they still can even say that to the bottom one? Like, there's worse
What?
Oh,
talking
you
about?
mean like
when
well,
they do see the worst.
Oh,
I'm-
the
it's just saying
gynecologist isn't the one telling you that.
Oh,
It's just like the
Oh,
gyne-
people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got
you
it.
think?
The
Oh, I thought-
gynecologist isn't down there and
Well,
then
when
going.
the gynecologist
"I've seen
sees your
worse."
vagina and immediately throws up
I guess that's
or
an
passes
indicator.
out, then
Or, like,
you just
just
kind of know.
backs away a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like comes in a mask, leaves, and comes back in like a full HVAC suit.
Mm. Well, welcome
do you
to an
know?
all new episode of LOLJK, the internet's #1 vagina discussion podcast.
I
I'm one of
doubt
your
it.
hosts, Joey
There's always
Reinish.
someone
I'm Conor
more.
McVeigh.
I'm kidding.
I'm Brian.
We do vagina talk now. We open every episode talking about vaginas.
That's fine.
We definitely opened
We
strong
probably
on
should-
dicks and balls for a long time
Yeah,
before
it's,
we made it to
diverse- we're
vaginas.
diverse.
It's good that we
Diversifying.
finally changed.
2024.
We've learned.
Yeah,
Vaginas can be funny too.
Vaginas can be dicks too.
vaginas can be dicks too. Joey showed me.
I mean, if you ask my children,
oh,
they don't
wait.
understand.
Oh, they don't
They
understand
still-
the difference yet.
No.
I
mean, we've discussed, like, we have talked that,
What
like,
do you,
they,
have we
they,
talked about this? What do you call vaginas?
they know there should be.
Do you just call them vaginas?
I don't know. I've never referred to one.
I mean, I think
To
that they've just said something about my penis, and I've been like, I don't have a penis.
Yeah,
And, like, we've had a conversation that girls don't have penises.
yeah.
I don't know that we've had a conversation
I think
about
what
about
they
what it's
think is
called.
Yeah.
girls just have a lack of penis.
Oh, they just have
They just-
nothing.
They don't have anything.
Well, I
Yeah.
was just gonna say we probably talked. Yeah, we called it popos in my house, and I
Like
don't know
Mr.?
why. What?
Like Mr. Popo?
Yeah, Mr. Popo.
Who's Mr. Popo?
Oh,
Dragon
he's a
Ball
Dragon
Z.
Ball Z
Oh.
character.
2 times now, Dragon Ball Z
Mr.
tonight
Popo.
already.
#1 vagina Dragon Ball Z podcast.
If I'm gonna be honest, I would just like to say Dragon Ball Z comes up a lot more than you would think in
I've-
day-to-day life.
I've been reading
It
it.
happens.
I've been reading it, and I just got a delivery of all of Dragon Ball Z Super for my sister
Yes.
at half off because she is an employee
Great.
of Dragon Ball Z.
No, of a
she's an
bookstore.
employee of Dragon Ball Z. She works at.
But she works at a bookstore, and I have so much of it to read, and I told this on the Slack. I cannot believe how horny Dragon Ball is.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, from what
very-
Joey tells me, clearly not for kids.
No, but it's like a kid's thing. It's
It's
like,
definitely
I don't
a
know, even
kid
even
thing.
the cartoon is like got a little bit of that.
Well, they
horniness.
had Maseroshi's horny.
Well, based
Yeah.
on what
He's an
Joey has
old
said, the
pervert.
cartoon has a fraction.
Oh yeah.
well, because Dragon Ball Z takes place. This is like Dragon Ball starts when he's little,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Kid Goku.
and he doesn't know about boys and girls, and he tells who's a boy or girl by like touching their crotches. He calls it doing a pat pat, and he does a pat pat to like these girls, and like, what are you doing?
I was
and that's
figuring it out.
A
Like
major
so
plot
many
point.
other ways you could distinguish.
And then
even
you-
ask.
And no one told this
And you s-
feral alien child
Yeah.
to not do a pat pat.
Yeah.
and you see some titties. I didn't even know you saw titties in it.
Yeah.
Like, If I had only known.
I would have read it when I was a teenager.
Hell
Absolutely.
yeah.
When I saw it at Dragon Ball Z and Adult Swim, I would have read the mangas immediately. If they were
Yeah.
like, you get to see
You could just see
Bulma's
Bulma's
boobs.
titties.
Yeah.
What?
I immediately would have done that. Damn, the internet failed us.
Yeah,
The
no
one
shit.
time the internet failed us.
Well, I mean, I'm sure now you can get all sorts of Bulma's boobs.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you can find
Oh,
those.
yeah.
That's fine. That's not a
and
problem.
people dressed up as Bulma's boobs.
Oh, you can
and-
find their boobs.
Yeah.
There's
But
not a
yeah.
lack of Bulma boobs on the
But I had no idea. I'm enjoying it, but I was like, really, because I've watched all of that abridged Dragon Ball Z.
Which
And
is amazing.
Not that one.
oh,
Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is like they take out all the charge-ups.
I like the abridged one.
Yeah,
where
I've
they
seen
redo
some of
the
that.
voices,
yeah.
and then they make it clear that Mr. Popo's so racist.
It's because he is.
Yeah,
He fucking is. He's fucking Al Jolson of the afterlife.
But yeah, I've started over. Of the entire thing. There's only like 32 volumes of the original, and then
There's only 32.
Totally
30.
and then only like 23 of the super. Which
But they just re-released all of them and made them like nice little manga.
I
they're
have
nice.
3-in-1s.
Yeah. That's the re-release. They did the
Ah.
re-release of like they just did that over the past like 6 or 7 years.
Oh,
They
okay, yeah,
started
those-
re-releasing Dragon Ball and all of them in like these three.
Yeah,
that-
that's
in,
what I
like,
got.
3-volume things.
Yeah,
They're
that's-
great.
It's good. Master Roshi's horny dude. And
Yeah.
then there's an entire plot point where they, like, we can't let the guy do the dragon wish. Pilaf or whatever his name is gonna take our dragon wish, and then the guy's like, I gotta take a wish real fast. He's like, I wish for some hot girl undies. It's like a major plot point. And then just
He
the-
fucked up.
the big dragon's like, your wish is done or whatever, and then just some underwear fall out of the sky.
And then all of the balls scatter
Just
to the
scatter
other
to
end of the earth.
Poof.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, it's pretty
Actually
funny.
great. We can't let him steal our wish. He'll do something awful with it.
Yeah.
And he kind of does.
Yeah. He just makes it really obnoxious to ever find them again.
Yeah. So
no, that was him wishing to prevent the
To
other
prevent
guy
the other
from making
guy.
a worse wish.
he's like, I got to come up with something to wish before he wishes to rule the world, and he came
Oh,
up
that's
with
actually
I
even
need,
better.
I need some hot girl's underwear.
Yeah. I
The
would have come up with so many other things.
The big old
Right?
dragon's like, your
So
wish
many
is
other
granted.
things.
Money,
Yeah.
property,
Yeah.
end of list,
Living wage.
end of list,
Health.
health.
Form of
Ability to
health.
move my body
Well,
without
yeah.
pain.
To
There
be
you
to be
go.
fair, Bulma's whole point for collecting them was so she could wish for a boyfriend.
Damn, she's an idiot.
Yeah.
The
Get
whole
out of
thing.
here.
Anyway,
I mean,
I'm 40.
Yeah.
Not quite. You're just getting close.
I'm at my midlife crisis by finally reading Dragon
Dragon Ball and being like, finally, boobs.
Oh, Bulma's titties.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like you could never buy anything with boobs in it.
Yeah, like I just gave away Dick Fight Island.
Yeah.
I have so
God
many other books that I have to hide when the kids grow up.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
probably sooner rather than later too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're taller. They're
I
at
mean,
a
the
good
worst
gravity.
ones,
very
I feel
tall.
like the worst ones are out here. Right?
Well, yeah, there's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
yeah.
it's more like I won't care if they read them. I just don't want those to be like foundational.
Formative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
want them to find them when they're like 14,
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
When they got a little basis. They've already
Yeah,
found a
yeah.
porno somewhere.
They had to go outside of the house to find it, to another friend's house
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah.
yeah.
I think my dad has weird stuff like that in the garage, and then they're like, "Oh, this is way."
That's a problem.
weirder.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
like my kid. It'll be like, you gotta find it outside the house. Oh, it'll be at Joey's house, and then they'll just find it there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him Dick Fight Island.
At least I'll know what it is. At least I'll know where it's
Yeah.
coming. I'll know where it's coming from. That's, you know what, the comforting thing.
Yeah.
I know where it's coming from.
Yeah, that's fair.
I had to tell Joey that he had to be more careful about what music he listened to in the car. Because
This is not
apparently-
fair.
Wait, what
What?
were you listening to that?
Ollie's favorite song, his words,
Yeah.
and has asked me to, like, as soon as
Fuck
it's
the
over,
police.
play it again.
Yeah.
Is Olivia by Wolves of Glendale.
But that's a good song.
And I didn't know
Yeah.
that until I was putting the kids to bed.
But that's
and
pretty
Owen
funny.
starts saying, "Gonna sacrifice a puppy for love." And I was like,
I
"What
think-
was that?"
I think that's.
That's pretty good.
You should probably send that to them.
They fucking love it.
Honestly, would like that a lot.
And I was like,
Listen, they have good taste.
I was like,
You should play
and
Ricky
then-
for them.
I want the
then I
song
told him he
that says
couldn't-
the F word twice. That's also what they
And then
call
I
it.
told him, Joey, that he couldn't play it for them anymore. So then a couple days later, Ollie's all pissed at me. Why'd you tell Daddy we can't listen to that song anymore?
Oh,
It's my
oh,
favorite
Joey
song.
outed you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Joey threw you under the bus.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Wow.
I wanted to listen to it too.
I want to be the cool one here.
Yeah.
Mom's over here being a narc.
It's like, look, I just can't have
Just a
my
cop.
kid going out off to kindergarten in another month
Saying that
talking
you're
about he's going to
sacrifice
sacrifice a puppy.
for love, though.
For love.
Yeah, but
If
you
there's
know,
a reason to do it,
out of context, maybe someone's passing by, they don't hear the whole thing. They don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I just don't need that.
I'm in love
It's a
with a woman
conversation.
who is dead. She says, "What the fuck? Hey, what the fuck?" Guys, don't say those.
they don't
parts.
even know that, though.
Oh, he knows it says
They
fuck.
know.
But do they know that's a bad word?
The whole,
Oh, yeah.
the whole basis.
yeah.
the
Is
whole,
it because you told them it's a bad word?
Yeah.
the whole
But
basis?
would they have known it was a bad word if you didn't tell them it's a bad word?
I mean,
They're gonna find
they knew
out about it.
before that.
no, I
song.
know, but I'm asking.
The whole basis of
Who
avoidance.
knows?
My
It just
my
happens.
general theory, the whole basis of avoidance of these things at a young
Yes.
age is solely so I don't get in the conversation that Kim's talking about.
Yeah,
Where
it's
then
just because
somebody
I
else
don't
to
want
talk
to
to
deal
a
with it.
teacher
fucking prude or a teacher, and then I gotta and then
God
I get in
forbid
this thing,
another parent that
yeah,
you have to
and then
fucking
they
talk
get
to.
upset. I'm like, if I just like keep him away till he's like, you know, middle, like late elementary.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
you really start figuring it out, and they all
Yeah.
start
When
figuring
you
it
watch
out.
RoboCop,
Yeah, they
I've
sneak
told
in. They
them-
sneak in an R-rated movie somehow, and you're like, fine.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, it's gonna happen. But if I can avoid it, just to avoid it's only
Yeah.
to avoid
This
this
era.
conversation.
Yeah.
I've told them not to say, because I do it all the time.
God damn it.
No,
Oh,
God, like, oh my God, or
Oh.
God,
Mm.
Ollie, like whatever, like not to do that. And I'm like, look, guys, I don't really care.
they're gonna be so
But there's
confused because we
gonna
don't
be-
do church, but we say God and God.
There's
damn
gonna
it.
Yeah.
be some people at school that might not appreciate you saying that. So like
Yeah.
maybe
Yes.
just don't say that when you're at school.
It's
The
only-
other day, like 2 days ago, they came home and asked me if God made lizards or
It's
spiders
like, God
or
makes
something.
poop. Check
And
out
I
the
was just
goddamn
like-
website.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Come on!
I just said,
It's
I was
a
like,
natural
Join
plug.
the Patreon, you fucking poor assholes!
Tell your friends GodMakesPoop.com.
Poop.com.
I just told him, I said, well, some people think that, but no one really knows, I guess, for sure. But
Also,
Some
he
people
doesn't
think
exist, and there's
also,
just an
get out of
infinite
the car.
darkness.
We're late for
Yeah.
swim lessons.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Kevin, didn't we have like a conversation about that like somewhat recently about just the emptiness and nothingness after? Like we were having like a dinner on the table and the kids were in the living room and then we got on Afterlives for some reason.
Well, I think I was telling you about how I had seen that clip from that interview from something.
Oh, the dude who died and then came back to life.
no, was that what it
Oh,
was?
I saw
Or was it
that.
something else?
I saw some guy who was
I
like
don't know.
an interview on the street.
And he was like, "There's nothing."
Yeah. And he was
Yeah.
just like, I was very peaceful. And then I was like, the worst thing about coming back to life was like realizing like I wasn't, like he was trying to get over the fact that he was alive because he was at such like peace with the death
With
and
the
everything
nothing, yeah.
and then to be the shock
But
was coming
I-
back.
I
Yeah.
can't.
That
how
honestly
can you
is
be at
lovely.
and then
peace?
that like
That's
fucked
not
him up.
nothing. That's peace. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
like just like the sense it like the
how
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
have
yeah.
a sense of something?
I think it's the losing of
It's
consciousness.
the 21
Yeah.
grams.
Yeah.
It's your soul going to heaven, Kim. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Shut up. Have you seen The Frighteners?
So many times.
So
All
many
right,
times.
We can't talk about it. I'll have a panic attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
that
does make
sounds
him.
good.
I did
panic
watch that
attack.
interview and had a hard time
Understandable.
sleeping that night.
If I'm by myself at night and I wake up at 3 a.m., I'll have a panic attack about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
No big
we should
deal.
Not talk
No
about
big
it.
deal.
no big deal.
Everyone you ever love will never exist.
Once the rotting husk
And then there will be a
dissolves.
heat death
Hey,
of
did
the
you guys-
universe, and it won't matter.
Right.
That's true. Oh, or was it? I saw the other day. There was like a something called a sunquake or some shit, where
Oh.
it's like
Mhm.
it's basically like a
Mhm.
supernova or like something like giving off a massive wave of.
Oh, and then we all burn up.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
like
it
a
was-
massive solar
yeah.
flare.
There was one that was like
Yeah.
it happened and it came. I forget, it was like maybe like 20 years ago. Like there was some.
Oh, it
happened
interference,
20
and they were
years
like-
ago.
No. But they were like, if it was 10 light years closer, it would have obliterated Earth.
Oh, it wouldn't have even been inside of our solar system.
No,
It wouldn't
and
have
then,
even
and
been
this
our
was
sun.
like, and this was like tens
Oh.
of thousands of light years away.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, well, then there is one close about like 9,000 light years away. I was like, oh, that won't give me a panic attack anytime soon.
How far away is that? How far away?
Easy enough that if it happens, it will obliterate
gone.
Earth.
But
without
we're
it.
not
Yeah.
going to be. It's 9,000 light years. We're fine.
So they'll
Oh yeah, we'll probably be fine.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
it-
Well,
we'll
we're not gonna
probably
know.
be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, we're not
unless
gonna
it's
know.
already happened. 9,000 years ago or 9,001 years
Time's
ago.
a flat circle.
Yeah, it's
all
fine.
time happens simultaneously.
Just like Earth.
yeah.
This is a great podcast. Have you guys seen the Olympic guy who hit his dick?
Oh my god. I came out here and showed. I interrupted what they were doing before the pre-show just to show that to them.
On the
I was
high
like,
bar.
That's
they were
the
doing,
coolest
like-
shit
It's
you
like,
could
of course
possibly.
that happened.
They
Yes,
were doing real
of
work,
course.
and I
Suck
ran out
your
here.
hog, dude. You know it's a problem.
Give him a super
Like,
gold medal.
You're in the Olympics.
But
You can't
tuck
tell
it
me
back.
this hasn't
It's
happened to him before.
not a
Yeah,
good- it's not a-
tape it down, bro. You know.
Listen,
You're an adult man.
Then,
You know
This
your
is your
hog's gonna
job.
be a, you know your hog's gonna be a problem. Tape
your
it back.
humble brag cost you a medal.
Exactly.
and now
yeah.
the Olympics is giving their first ever platinum medal.
No,
For
they were
biggest hog.
doing.
Biggest hog.
They were back here doing real work, and I saw it on the couch, and I went, "Ah," and I like laughed out loud. And Ollie was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing." And I got up and I came back
Nothing.
here,
I have to run to the
and I
other
was
room.
like, "I'm sorry to interrupt, but have you guys seen this?"
It's literally his dick goes.
Boy,
That's
what I said.
Yeah,
I
it's
said
a-
it
and then
makes
the poor
the
guy gets
noise
disqualified.
of the door stop.
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
hit the door
Yeah.
stop.
God, what a
Oh.
like.
It would have been a perfect jump.
And
I mean,
If it
Wasn't
wasn't
it
for his
still?
massive dick.
Yeah.
and
God
it's just
damn,
like
that's
a
funny.
perfect
It's so funny.
situation to capture every single movement. of
Yes,
it.
absolutely.
Like the
Slow-mo.
only situation where it's like we are focused on the bar right where your dick is,
Right where it
and
is.
It's hyper
And it
slow.
needs to be millimeters over the
Oh,
bar.
God.
Perfect.
It was so fucking funny.
That's why the Olympics exists, for that one moment.
That's the raddest shit that could possibly happen. That's the whole thing. If you're not gonna win a medal,
At least go out
like
in a
that.
blaze.
you should be
Oh,
a
man.
fucking legend.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
How do you-
That guy, he's breaking his cardboard bed tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Men, women, everyone will want to
You
be
mean
with him.
he's soaking his cardboard bag?
He's about to make it. Yeah, it's
Sloppy cardboard.
He's about to make sure that it is the integrity of it is not great.
Oh, that's so fucking
Cannot
funny.
be
So,
reused.
I actually was going to talk a little bit about Olympic medals.
Please.
Okay.
They did a story that I heard on the radio about what they're worth.
Oh,
By the way, the
Like-
medal design for this Olympics is really cool.
Well, and
Have
they
you
have
seen
like
the
a
medals?
shred
I
of the
thought
Eiffel
so.
Tower in them.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so everybody gets to take home a piece of the Eiffel
Holy
Tower.
shit,
who
that's
gets a
cool.
medal
But the
too.
design
Super
of
but
cool.
the
it,
Eiffel,
the
like,
design,
what? Those idiots! The Eiffel Tower's gonna fall down.
Well,
these dumb bitches.
they just
Uh,
took off of every like the same shred off the same like leg,
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
now
The
it's like a
legs.
beaver
Yeah.
chewed on it, and
Yeah.
there's just like a
Yeah.
toothpick
Absolutely.
left holding up one of
Yeah.
the legs. Oh, that'd be amazing. But yes, the medals do look really nice. This
I think
time
they're
around.
very cool. Yeah.
But
Let's
did
see
you
them.
know that a
Oh,
gold
yeah.
medal?
they look like metal versions of like ribbon.
Yeah. They look
yeah.
like old ribbon medals.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
literally
The round
French
ones,
Revolution
yeah.
fucking era ribbon medal.
So a gold medal must be made out of at least 92.5% silver,
Boo!
and then is gold plated.
I didn't know that.
I did not
Huh.
either.
Huh.
Whoa. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense that it's not pure gold.
But the
I
silver medal-
guess.
525 grams pure silver.
Okay. Does that make it worth more? Like
It
if you
might.
were, I'm not saying you're gonna melt it down or pawn it, but
because
like,
the gold medal is still
gold-
mostly silver. and
Gold
then
is
gold.
worth
Well, that's
so
what I'm
much
s-
more than silver. Yeah.
it's
that-
worth that much more.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
And
was just saying.
That's
if
why
you
it's
were-
first place. Duh.
Do you know what the bronze medal is made of?
Bronze.
Nope. An alloy made of copper, tin, and zinc.
Isn't
And
that
then-
bronze?
No bronze.
Wait,
That's
no.
not
Oh,
what
there's
bronze
no
is?
bronze in it
That's
at
it.
all.
Just those. Copper, tin, and zinc.
It's just a piece of metal. Shit.
Okay, so no bronze in it.
The gold medal is worth an estimated $1,027.
Oh, boo.
The silver medal is worth about $535.
Okay. All right.
Anybody want to guess how much the bronze medal is worth?
Nothing.
$125.
$50.
$4.60.
Oh, just without going over.
Okay, so that's where you save the money to get the silver and the bronze.
Yeah.
I couldn't
silver and the
believe
gold.
it was so
Wait, it's
mu-
$4?
It's garbage.
It's garbage metal. I mean, you just said it was like tin and
zinc.
zinc.
We just chopped up some rebar.
This
Yeah.
is like this
They
can
just
is a
took the
legit
Eiffel Tower.
percent. Like I would get a percentage of
Yeah, just get
bronze metal back if
800
I
of those.
recycled this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
But the weight-
depressing.
Isn't that so depressing?
but the weight, you know.
Okay. Also, I
well,
don't want
be
to sound like.
better.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
I mean,
if
like
you
be
care.
better.
You have-
Yeah, if you
Also,
give a
I
shit.
don't want to sound like an idiot because I probably already did a little bit, but bronze. Because I started thinking as I was saying that, and you were like, "There's no bronze in it."
But it's
And I
like
was
an
well,
alloy,
bronze
right?
isn't a
It's a
thing by
mix
itself.
of-
Yes,
Yeah, it's a mix,
bronze
yeah.
is already a mix of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, so it's
So,
good.
So-
what you described is that what's in bronze?
Well, it says it depends.
oh, okay.
It seems like
could be made of
copper.
many
I think
things.
copper is like a requirement because
part of
that's
it.
part of what
Oh.
gives it the color.
Sure.
Mm.
yeah,
But
copper's so
yeah,
expensive.
it seems like it depends a little bit. But yeah.
It can't be that expensive. You get it in pipes.
$4.60.
they make it out of catalytic converters. The bronze metals are made out of catalytic converters.
Not
And
actually.
pipes from construction
Yeah,
sites.
construction
I would love
pipes.
if the
I want
Olympic.
someone-
Oh no, they're gonna do the Olympics here. They're
Yeah.
gonna have a whole part of the Olympic committee that just steals
Steals-
all of our
Well,
catalytic
I was
converters.
just gonna say I
Quick,
want
get the
someone to
cages
make
on there.
I want
Fuck.
someone to make the Forrest Gump movie where instead of going back in time well, they don't go back in time in Forrest Gump, but whatever, he invests in Apple.
He's a time traveler.
I want
yeah.
someone to go back in time and be like, invest in catalytic converters.
and they'll be like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm
Also, I
in,
realize that's not a thing you can actually invest in.
I'm
but
in
like,
2024 and I don't know what a catalytic.
insurance companies are refusing to insure people because they're getting their catalytic converter stolen too often.
Wow, you figure the people that make cars would make them harder to steal.
I
well,
guess.
you would think
it's
so.
kind
you
of
put
a
a little
recent
cage on there.
Yeah.
phenomena. It's
I
kind
think
of
they
like
started
blown
it.
up.
There are some
abruptly.
cars that do bury them deeper now.
Yeah.
Like newer
Yeah.
things.
I
But,
think it's
mean,
mostly older models.
it's older
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
There's certain ones
But
that
also
everybody,
not
that, like,
wanting
the
to cover
thieves know
people for
are
that
best.
is
Yeah.
like definitely horseshit against poor people. Like,
Yeah.
if it's clearly like
Well,
a neighborhood.
I mean,
thing,
insurance
like,
insurance
where you-
companies famously
no,
don't want to
it's
get help
people
you.
who have
Absolutely,
had their
yes.
that
Yeah.
had it
They
stolen
don't want to help
already.
you.
Yeah, but
like,
you're
still.
living in a neighborhood.
Likely, yeah.
Likely
Or you have a
where
car
it
that is like known to be easy to get it
Yeah.
off of. Or
But
Yeah,
it's-
well,
something.
that's their fault.
It's a
Yeah.
hybrid thing, right? It
No,
has
it's
to-
all
No,
cars.
it's
have,
all cars.
have. I think electric cars don't have catalytic converters.
I
but
thought it was
everything else
only
does.
on hybrids.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
Are they going to steal mine?
Yeah,
They
they
could.
would.
If it's easy.
There's precious metals in it, baby.
Yeah, they got to make
They
some.
want
They
that
got
shit.
2028. They got bronze medals to make, baby.
Yeah. By the way, what a
electric
nightmare.
vehicles and very old cars without exhaust systems do not have them.
Oh.
But smog check. I doubt we got anybody rolling
Yeah.
around here
If
without
you're,
an
if
exhaust
you're, yeah,
system.
if you're,
No,
pass,
I don't
if you're
think so.
passing your smog check without an issue, you have a catalytic converter.
There we go.
Huh. I'll be
Good.
damned.
Yeah.
I know. Never mind. That's too sad to talk about.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Never mind.
Great.
Brian,
Good.
what's your topic?
Way to keep it light.
So, you know what? The worst part about my topic is I had a great segue, which would have been during the pre-roll stuff.
Oh,
So,
damn.
We'll do it from there.
You just didn't take
Go.
advantage.
so
Segue!
speaking of sheaths,
Oh no.
Get the pre-roll on patreon.com/LOLJK
There's
podcast.
there's a new Hollywood trend
Oh,
for facials.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
What
It's
kind?
becoming increasingly clear that
What
celebrities
kind?
won't do what celebrities won't do for beauty, especially when it comes to their skin.
Uh-huh.
What cum is it?
The newest thing, or the
Whom's
most
it-
recent thing,
whom's is it?
is
What?
Whose
is
cum
it?
is it?
it comes from.
I don't
it
think
doesn't
that's
come.
proper.
First of all, it doesn't come from Goop, but it is.
It is goop.
This story comes from Kate Blanchett,
Oh, okay.
Kate
who's-
Blanchett.
whose preferred treatment must surely be the winner in the
Tar?
weirdness stake. It is simply known as the penis facial.
Uh-huh.
Is it just?
That's literally what I thought when I read the title. Like, is it just like
It's like
slap-
hitting
There
people
was
with
a
branches,
video-
but
Is it
it's
like-
just
okay,
is it
there
like
was a video of some
rouge?
woman who got like this. It says it was a silicone like makeup sponge. It just looks like a giant penis head. And she put foundation on it, and she's like, "Okay, it says you're supposed to use it like this." And she just starts slapping her face with it.
Is someone
Applying the
punking
She
you?
was getting
foundation.
clowned.
There's no way that's
She was getting
true.
clowned.
No,
this
it
is,
had to have
this
been a
is
joke.
this is nowhere near that weird.
Yeah.
This no.
But Kate
This is
Blanchett's beautiful.
This is
Yeah.
this is less weird. Less
Lydia
weird, guys.
Tarr's
This is
gorgeous.
just this
Tar?
is just
Tar?
Tar can conduct me all she wants.
this is just the foreskin of newborn Korean babies. It's nothing weird. It's just
What? I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Come
Excuse
again?
me,
Which
what?
one, north or south?
doesn't specify.
Worrisome.
Just says Korean baby.
It's
You know, just
probably-
the
it's-
farms.
I imagine it's South Korea. Their skincare capital.
Oh, yeah,
she
they
came
are.
across the regime from her fellow actor friend Sandra Bullock. Sandy, as she
She
said.
does
Sandy
still look-
Bully looks great.
Sandy
looks
does look
great,
great.
too.
She
Mhm.
got those foreskins, collected them like Pokemon, and
Grinded
then
'em
put
up.
them on her face.
Put them on her face.
She put her in touch with a facialist in,
I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you real quick
Yep.
because here's what I think it is:
Mhm.
is you just buy like
Yeah.
a little Rolodex thingy that you open up, and it's
Okay.
just some foreskins, and then you just drape
Put
them.
them over top.
okay.
like
So it's like a facial
cucumbers.
mask, but
Yeah.
it's like a bunch.
And-
So
and-
I think the same thing, but they come as a full mask, but they're
Sewn
so
together.
clearly sewn.
No, I
So
think
it looks like a
I-
Hannibal.
see,
mask
I was thinking
to
it was
look
like-
her fucking face.
I was thinking it was like when I first saw it, my mind immediately goes to like calamari, where it's like the little circles.
Okay, little
and it's just like
rings.
little rings
Little
you
rings.
put all
That's
around.
probably.
I think
closer.
you're grinding them up and then like
You're almost
putting
certainly
them in a
grinding them.
mold of a facial sheet, and so it does
Uh-huh.
come like a
I-
sheet of Jello.
I
and you
want it to be
put it on
ours,
there.
but almost certainly they're grinding those things up.
Yeah.
Are you ready for more?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Would
So
you like to
she
know
goes
more?
on to describe. I don't know what it is or whether it's just because it smells a bit like sperm.
Okay, but she
There's an
knows what
enzyme
it
in it.
is.
Hang
It's
on,
the
I will-
foreskin of Korean
I'm
children.
Getting there.
it can't actually be that.
There is an enzyme in it, so Sandy refers to it as the
Kim.
penis facial. So the treatment is called epidermal growth factor facial, EGF for short.
Okay.
And there it says that no babies were harmed in the making of it. Which is
well, they've got brisket.
Yeah. So
the
you get your foreskin
is
cut up.
collected during circumcision, and
Okay,
the stem
that's-
cells are harvested and extracted through a centrifuge.
Ground up.
stem cells.
They're ground up.
Stem cells.
And
They're ground
then,
up.
and then,
Ground up.
the cells were taken. They are cloned cells from a laboratory.
No, they're
Uh-huh.
not. Once again, ground up.
ground up baby dick.
It helps generate,
that is-
collagen and elastin and helps heal
It's
scar
such a
tissue.
bullshit thing. Like they're like, yeah. No. It's the stem cells. They're
How
in a
much you
centrifuge.
gotta
They're
pay
not-
for one of
and
these?
it's they're almost certainly not putting it into a coffee bean grinder. You want a coarse grind.
You gotta make sure you're dried out beforehand.
You gotta
too.
dry them out.
So anyone looking to get
Just a little
the
tannery with a bunch of little
Just a bunch
foreskins
of
hanging
little-
up,
Oh.
drying.
Tiny little clips.
Little clotheslines.
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
little pins.
Just
in
you got to
them.
dry them out.
You gotta
You
make
gotta
moisture
dry
and
'em.
make sure
You gotta
in the air.
butterfly them and you gotta dry them out.
Gotta make sure you have less than 2% moisture in the air.
Oh, God bless. Wow.
You can get guys, good news. You can
Yeah.
buy a Hollywood EGF kit on this woman the
From a guy in a truck.
From an insane woman's website.
website for a cool $415.
Wow.
Is it one treatment?
I don't know. I guess I
Seems
didn't,
like
look
it'd
at-
be-
I
unless
didn't go
you
to the
start
website.
to collect your own
Yeah.
foreskins.
You start
And it's
harvesting.
chill. Yeah.
There's no mention of the not safe for work nickname on the website, but let's be honest, we all know what we.
I just never thought the celebrities would come for our foreskins like this, but I guess
Does it only work with baby ones? Because it still has the
Well,
I'm
stem
sorry.
cells.
cells.
How many people are taking their foreskins off when they're not babies?
I mean,
some people are.
Ed Gamble got his taken off when he
I
was like
know.
25.
I know some people are, but not enough to supply a facial industry.
I mean,
yeah, you're correct.
But
Yeah.
like, what if you knew that you could have a payday of like, $3,000?
I would.
no one's
if
paying
I
that
still
much.
had
though.
my
it was
foreskin and they.
$400 for the whole.
Okay, Kim,
enough
but
to
if
do
they
your
paid
whole
me, if they
face.
paid me $500 for my
Oh,
foreskin,
guys,
I'd
we can
give
get
it
a.
to
you
them.
need more than one.
We
to
can
do a
get. We
face.
can get a smaller
not
bottle.
of mine, baby.
Not of an adult.
Guys, we can get a smaller
Not of
bottle.
mine.
Unroll it.
Yeah, not of mine. Got a full carpet roll.
God damn it.
It's like a fruit roll-up. You
Yeah.
just got to cut
There's
one
not,
side.
There's
Yeah.
not an Olympic event that Kyle can do because of it.
Yeah,
so you
terrifying.
can get a smaller bottle of it for $175.
That's a lot.
175.
But
well,
man, Kate Blanchett looks good.
if we
Hey, so does
guys,
Sandy.
if
Yeah.
we
Sandy
had,
They both look great.
I love Sandy
Maybe
Bully.
there's something to it.
If we had a slush fund for the show right now, this would be a good way to spend it. But
Yeah, I'd switch from snail mucus to foreskin
To-
cream.
Would
Sure.
you?
to,
Yeah.
to Korean
Whatever.
baby
Fuck it, why
foreskin
not?
cream.
You just look amazing. Just
yeah,
Yeah.
like put it on and just immediately
Like
look
Joey,
like tar.
never going back.
No,
we can
don't
never
go
go
back.
This
Budget
must be
this in.
budgeted.
But then every time I'm like, good night, Kim.
Oh, it tastes like 1,000 dicks.
Kim, why are you tasting like dicks all the time?
Why does it taste so salty?
Just don't think about it. Don't think about
It tastes like a moist mummy dick. Does that make sense? A moist mummy dick? They dried it but rehydrated it.
You just see me on the other end of the couch at night, and I'm just like looking at you. It's like I can smell it.
You can see her face moving.
It's got this. I can smell it.
I can smell your dick face.
Super taster. I can smell.
I can smell your dick face.
That's not a dot of pee.
That's a cum stain.
Because I've been thinking about your dick face.
What's up, dick face?
What's up, dick face? I just came. Been thinking about your dick face, and I
God
came.
damn it.
Anyway,
good.
Kyle, what's your topic?
Whoa! I had a couple ideas for a topic. but
Good.
I felt like that. I listened to the last episode, and I don't think we did either of these, and it's hard for me to pick which one. I thought about talking about slang that had been put into the dictionary recently,
Okay.
which we've done before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I also feel like
You could do that one quick and do the other one.
Well, I think that more relevant to us, and I think a thing that we will have more debate about, is a recent decision that was made in Ohio.
Nothing good happens there.
Well, I would agree. The Ohio Supreme Court has decided that boneless chicken wings don't have to be boneless.
What?
I saw this.
You didn't know this? This
What?
is great.
I remember I saw the headline and I was like,
Yeah.
that's dumb, and I went over it.
Yes.
And kept going.
So there was
Explain.
A,
Wait,
so
what
it
was the
began,
case? How was this?
Okay,
how
so
was this
it
in the
was
courts?
a guy in Ohio, a dumbass, obviously.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that this man's obviously
He's
an
like,
idiot,
"These
no
aren't
matter
wings."
what." Yes. So he went to a wing joint, claimed to have bought boneless wings, and then ate one that apparently had a bone in it, but he didn't know.
And he just fucking crunched down on that
well,
shit.
it's Kim, I don't know. But the point is that days later, he had his throat was like he was having some issues with his throat, and then it swelled up and he couldn't eat or swallow or do anything. And what it was that a small, in theory, a small chicken bone in the boneless wing had lacerated his esophagus and had gotten infected
Oh my gosh.
and had become like infected and enlarged.
Sure.
So he sued the wing place. He also sued the wing
like supplier. Or something?
supplier as well. And yes, the supplier farm that produced the chicken, and then he also sued the
I don't
restaurant,
really know how it's their
which
fault.
was Wings on Brookwood, just so you know, in Hamilton, Ohio, just in case anyone lives there.
Yeah.
In case you're
Check
worried
it
about
out.
them. But yeah, so in a 4-3 ruling, the Ohio Supreme Court said that boneless wings refers to a cooking style and that the man should have been on guard against bones since it's common knowledge that chickens have bones.
I mean, yes, it is, but
This is the nonsense. The fact that the Ohio Supreme Court looked at this
Yes.
and
Yeah.
said, you know what? This deserves our
I bet this
time."
guy sucks. That's my other thing.
Is he just
I bet
swallowing
this guy
shit
whole?
sucks.
well, okay.
Yeah. Because I feel like you actually, so I think you would have a case,
yes.
especially if you really were fucked up like that. I
Yeah.
think you do have a case. I don't know if
Like,
makes me
if
feel
it
like this
really
man's an
was-
idiot and he got a little
If
greedy.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, and it was like a tiny little piece, and maybe he's like, "Oh, that was a
He
really
didn't
like
crunch on
crunchy
it.
piece of
Yeah.
breading or
Yeah,
something,"
yeah.
or
Yeah.
like,
You
yeah,
know when you
or
bite
it was
into
small
something
enough,
hard?
but it's like
Or it was
how big
small
did
enough
it
that he
need to
didn't
be?
even bite it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Then,
he
like-
didn't even get it in his
so
mouth.
like I said, just
But then it
doing the
wouldn't be
side of
big
the
enough to
argument.
lacerate
You don't.
Well, that's
it
right.
doesn't really
Take much.
small.
I mean, yeah.
If you got a little pussy throat.
Dogs,
Well,
dogs
listen,
can't.
like I
Dogs can't.
said-
Dogs can't eat cooked chicken bones.
Like I said, just doing the argument from the side
I'm
of
like a
giving him
dog.
the benefit of the doubt.
Mm.
Then I think this is super bullshit. Like everyone like like common knowledge would associate a boneless chicken wing as just a fucking nugget.
So Kim,
like-
I am inclined to agree with this. I think this is a bullshit ruling. Can I read you what one of the justices said, which
Yes.
I
Like
believe
boneless
is
wings is not a cooking
so
method.
listen to this guy's reasoning and just listen.
So we're gonna
Okay.
learn that this guy
a
doesn't know what
diner.
a boneless
This
wing
is Justice Joseph T. Dieters.
Okay.
Fucking
damn it.
Justice
dickhead.
Daters.
He said, a diner reading boneless wings on a menu would no more believe that the restaurant was warranting the absence of bones in the items than believe that the items were made from chicken wings. Just as a person eating chicken fingers would know that he had not been served fingers.
So he thinks that the same person that would look
Mhm.
at a chicken finger and know it's not actually a chicken's literal finger
Yes.
would look at an item called boneless chicken wings
And be like,
and
there's no way
know
there's
that
no
they
bones.
had bones in them.
Yeah, it's a fucking horseshit
That's
argument.
100%
That's
wrong, sir.
fucking crazy.
Well, even just in the zeitgeist of like boneless wings, like the whole point of boneless wings
is
they
that
don't
there
have
are
bones.
not bones. It's
And
the
then you get
opposite of a boned
bone in-
normal wing.
chicken
Yeah.
wing.
Otherwise, you
Yeah.
wouldn't call it out that it's fucking boneless.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's like getting a boneless
That's-
chicken breast.
it's-
It's like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm assuming that's a boneless chicken breast. I'm assuming that's a boneless. If I'm in a grocery store and they're like, here's some boneless thighs, I'd be like, yep, I bought this because I thought there weren't bones in it because that would save me time at home
Yeah.
to cook it.
But then again, to be fair,
Yes.
like if you were preparing them and like when you get a turkey, it's going to have a feather or a quill or something in
Absolutely.
it, right?
Yes. But
Like,
that'll come off in the
sometimes-
cooking.
Sometimes, yeah, you get one and it does have a little something in it. So like
Sure.
I could see where you could still
But that's
sue
what,
them
that's your
because like the people who made it because like they like it was a faulty product, so to speak, or whatever.
You
I
should-
don't know. Or they could make the argument that like, yes, that sucks that happened to him, but there's like, you know, always a chance that like that could be in any processed
But that's
meat
like
or
not
something.
the argument.
I know that's
Well,
what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying.
They
Like,
didn't
if the
make that
argument was just that, listen, yes, there are bones in chickens and like
Shit
shit
happens,
happens
yeah.
and they get processed and like that happens. But like to just be like, yeah, well, you get chicken fingers, you don't expect fucking fingers. It's like, yeah, I fucking don't, because chickens don't have fucking fingers.
Right.
Chickens have a shit ton of bones
And
in their
wings.
skeleton,
And,
like every person has.
That's
it's the
infuriating.
type of it's that stupid legalese talk which
Yeah,
makes you
it
let you
really
get
is.
away
I think
with
this.
fucking anything.
But I think this fails at it. That's not legalese. This is fucking
But that's-
MAGA weirdo.
but that's what
like,
he talked about it.
That's not even legalese.
But
That
I
didn't
know.
even make sense.
No, I know, but like it's like they can wrap their minds around some argument in such a perverse way that
Yeah.
it misses the point of
Yeah.
it. And like the laid out like just like the very simple
Yes.
situation. This was created to make
Yes.
this and not this.
Yes.
This was not created as a way to like, oh, it's prepared this way or something. It's
Yeah.
like it is what it is. Call it what it is. Don't try to make up something else so you don't have to call it that.
Like if they would have done the research and been like,
Goat's
hey,
a goat. It's not
the
a fucking
people
chicken.
who made the
Yeah.
like the place where it was like processed or whatever wasn't following procedures, and so it was
Clearly.
more likely a bone would have slipped
Well,
in.
okay.
Then they're at fault. But
If
if they
y'all-
like do all of that and they're like, nope, everything was normal. It just happens sometimes. I'm really sorry, my guy.
Yeah, we'll pay
Like-
for your fucking hospital bill.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's also there's always that questionable thing when you're like someone's like, I spilt really hot coffee from McDonald's on me and now I sued you. I feel like we've been conditioned, I feel like a little bit maybe to,
To think
a
that person's
negative
a
degree.
moron. Yeah.
Yeah, to kind of be like, okay, you're trying to get a payday.
Yeah.
And that is part of it, but also this seems awful.
But also
if
in
this
that,
is what happened.
I did a whole case study on that case, and that was like really
It
That one
fused
was
her-
bullshit?
no.
It
that,
fused
It
her
was fucked up.
She got
labia.
fucked
Like,
up
she should
real
have
bad.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
We all think that she was the crazy one, but no.
she should have won.
Because like the
Bill-
argument
like-
is like if you go to a hotel and you turn on the hot water,
It's not
you
gonna
know it's gonna be
scald you and
hot.
kill you.
like
yeah.
you're not an idiot. You turn
Yeah.
on the hot water,
Yeah.
but you don't expect it to melt your skin off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you got a coffee, you're not an idiot. You know the coffee is hot, but spilling it on you shouldn't have caused you third-degree burns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair. So there's one normal so it was a 4-3 decision. So
Yeah.
3 people were sane, and one of the people, which is the question that I think we'd all agree with, especially if you have children, like, and you're giving them nuggets
Yeah.
and fucking chicken fingers. Like another justice said, the question must be asked, does anyone really believe that the parents in this country who feed their young children boneless wings or chicken tenders or chicken nuggets or chicken fingers expect bones to be in the chicken? Of course they don't. When they read the words boneless, they think that means without bones As do all
As
sensible
everybody
people.
who understands like basic
So
grammar.
that's good legalese.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's very
subtext-
practical. Just like
subtext
that's what that
is-
means.
Yeah.
y'all for not sensible people.
Yeah.
Like
For
I would-
real though.
I would like a steak medium well and cooked boneless wing style.
yeah, it's not a style
so
of
you want
cooking.
so you want bones in that or
Fucking
Well,
not?
that was the thing.
idiots.
I want
Like that was the
boneless
thing.
wing
The
steak.
style of cooking would be that they deep fry the fucking
Yeah.
nugget or the wing.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
dumb.
I've never cooked anything boneless style.
Oh,
That's not
Kyle,
a thing you do.
You haven't cooked a boneless style?
I haven't cooked boneless.
you know
style.
what?
I'm an idiot.
You know
I
what,
don't
Kyle? I made
Yeah.
tofu. I cooked it boneless style.
You did. Oh, that's a good. I guess I have cooked boneless style. I have cooked boneless tofu. So pretty sweet.
Pretty good.
I was trying to
I
make
didn't
some
pan
sort of
fry it. I boneless
You
it.
boneless.
I was
it.
trying to
Yeah,
make
you
some
gotta
sort of
you gotta
joke
boneless
about,
it. You
like,
gotta boneless your tofu.
sexual droughts. Like during a sexual drought
I'm
period.
boneless.
A boneless. And they
Yeah.
cooked it boneless.
I cooked it boneless.
I bet this
something in
guy-
there.
yeah.
Just finish the
Yeah,
joke for me.
yeah.
that Justice probably thinks that like buffalo sauce
It's
is
made
like
of buffaloes.
chicken wing. Yeah, like
I don't
like
know.
wing sauce, like the flavoring that comes on a chicken wing is just like, you know, not like a sauce that you can just get and use on anything. Like that's his style.
No,
of
that
cooking,
judge,
you know,
that
like,
judge,
that's
that
his
judge was
Chicken.
that judge was paid handsomely by the
Tyson Chicken Corporation.
yeah, by whatever corporation was there. If you look into it, there will probably be some questionable.
It's buck wild though. I'm sure that you're right, but it's just like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like what are you talking? Of course boneless means boneless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they fucked up. Like it's also like we're all reasonable people. You're like, yeah, of course there's bones and boneless things. Like
Yeah.
of course that would happen.
But it comes
once
down to
in
like
a while.
when
Yeah.
you when you
but like
you said,
mostly not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you're preparing it and you find it, you go, oh, there's a bone here.
And I
Sucks.
can
Yeah.
do
Cut it out.
quality
But
control.
when you're
And
at
you-
a restaurant and
Yes.
someone else is
but
preparing
you
it,
still assume
it's
that
on them.
the plant,
yeah.
the butcher, whatever that made it has some quality control.
Right,
Yes.
that's the point.
check
It's like
for that.
there should be somebody on the line before
Yeah.
it gets to your plate.
Yeah.
There's so many. It goes through so many people
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
like that should have been
and
caught.
this
Someone says,
is
"Oh, too many
why-
bones," and chucks it in the bin
and
Yeah.
this is
instead of
why
sending it on down the line.
This
This
ham,
is why-
this ham gun is all bones.
This is why every single
Why does that
boneless
come up so
thing
much?
should be pink slime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
true.
You know there's not
McDonald's
bones in
doesn't-
the slime.
McDonald's doesn't get sued.
I
on
mean-
it.
I mean, if there
there's
is,
not
they all
bones in
ground
the
up.
slime.
They're
yeah,
not
they
hurting
ground it up.
anybody.
It doesn't matter.
They're
They
not-
ground it up like Korean child foreskin.
They're not cutting
You
anybody's
never know.
esophagus.
You never know.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely bones in pink slime.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But you wouldn't know
But
because it
they're
got
safe.
turned to
But they're
fucking
tasty
slime.
and they're safe.
Maybe they should call them harmless chicken wings.
Harmless chicken wing. Well, then, oh no, I feel like that's even
That's
worse.
just
Yeah.
that's
Then you're
opening
just
a can of
asking
worms.
for
yeah,
it.
then you're asking for it.
I
Then
choked
you're
on
like-
it when I swallowed
I
it
was
whole.
gonna say
Yeah,
some
exactly.
idiot eats too fast. And
I was
chokes,
told I
and now
could
you
never
know.
die doing this, but I died for 4 minutes.
And it was so peaceful.
I was
It
legally
so
dead.
peaceful.
I
And
was
when I came back to life, I felt
and
terrible.
they brought me back, and then I sued
And I'm
you.
suing
for-
you for making me dead, and I'm suing the doctor for bringing me
Bringing
back
me
to life
alive.
and ruining my peace.
This sucks.
It was so
I've
much,
had the worst of everything.
I was so much happier then.
You took the sweet release of death from me. You gave it to me unwillingly, and you took it from me.
I didn't know I wanted it, and so I'm mad you did it.
God damn it. Good wing, though.
You can get it back.
Yeah, how are the
Really
wings
good
though?
wing.
The wings, did they talk about
You
it?
know what? Actually, I didn't think about this. Let me look up the Yelp reviews of this place.
Probably 2-star.
Too many
Everybody
bones.
complaining about the bones.
Yeah.
All these boneless wings have bones in them.
Yeah. I'll look it up. Don't worry. All
All
right.
right.
We'll let you. Maybe this place will be a sponsor at the end.
Well, speaking of, who do we have to thank for this episode?
Whoa!
Whoa! Segway!
We have a sponsor board, and on that sponsors board, some of the sponsors are real and some of the sponsors are fake. But the realest of the real are, of course, our Patreon sponsors. And this week, our Patreon sponsors are the OG Eggman!
Yay!
Oh, we
And
sunk
Zombie.
up.
What?
We sunk up on the tone. I don't
Wow.
like that.
Oh,
I
no,
gotta-
that was nice. And then Zombie Batman Jesus.
Yay!
Thanks, sponsors.
Thank you,
Thank
sponsors.
you.
You too can become a Patreon sponsor by going to patreon.com/LOJK podcast, where you join our Patreon. You can join it at any level and you get a lot of cool shit. But if you join it at the $20 level, the Sally 2 level, you will become
Trisha.
a Well, no, there's Sally 2 for this level, baby. If you join at the Sally 2 level, you will become a Patreon sponsor where you will get a shout out every few episodes. And then, of course, if you join at a lot of levels, you will get many different things. You'll get movies on tape, which is not the name. You'll get a lot of our other bonus stuff, Dune commentaries, date night. At a certain point, you'll get Just JK, which is just Joey and I talking about shit. This week was longer than usual, but great and not sad.
We had to catch
Which was
up.
good. Yeah. It was great. It wasn't sad.
Yeah, it wasn't sad even.
And then, of course, if you really want to, you join us at the Trisha tier, which will make you a producer, where you get one note every episode.
What note?
Just one. And
Which we may or may not.
we
and
may
we
or
will
may not
take
do.
into
Yeah,
consideration.
we'll think about it. And this week's producer is David Gray.
Yay!
Thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
Joey, you got a preview there for us?
Oh
We
yes, I
have.
do. I'm showcasing on the video version of the show, which you can find on the Explosive Magico YouTube channel. You could also, I think, the quicker way to do it is go to loljkpodcast.com.
Yes.
You can click the watch LOLJK. But I'm showcasing our next movies on tape, which is Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I'm gonna show a little bonus here. We got the photo section.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh, wow.
You know, so this is Ace makes good his escape after. That's what it says. Ace makes good his escape after rescuing a kidnapped dog. Yep,
Uh-huh.
that's it.
Oh, wow.
And then Ace prepares to smuggle pet food past his landlord. Those are two of the hot photos
Wow.
we got in this junior novelization
Okay.
of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Yeah.
Coming
Why
your way
not?
soon.
Okay. I'm into that.
$3.99.
Wow.
Definitely paid more than that for this.
I was going to say, at the time, that's what's printed on the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great. So yeah, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/LOJK podcast. We are also sponsored by Wings of Brookwood in Hamilton, Ohio. Sorry, that's not what it is, but we
Okay. I don't. That could be. I don't know.
Wings on Brookwood looks actually pretty great. It looks kind of like a shitty dive bar, and their
Oh,
wings
yeah.
look pretty good.
Bony.
Oh, good.
The bone ones
How's
look
the
good.
bone? How's the bone?
They also make homemade like potato chips, which I think is always
Ooh,
great.
always like a
Yeah.
good
You know what I
homemade
mean?
potato
I
chip.
love that.
Yeah.
Honestly, they look great.
Here, you cover that up.
And then in terms of reviews, they're at 3.5 stars on a Yelp.
Okay.
With
Alright.
57
That's
reviews.
mid.
Not bad, but it looks good. And then the most recent review is from Hannah M. from Oceanside, California,
Whoa.
whom I
Oh.
would guess has never been here.
Okay.
Because she gave it a 1-star review on August 2nd.
Uh-huh.
And it says, the boneless wings sometimes contain bones. It's been proven in court. Also, the owner literally doesn't care if you live or die. This kind of business should not exist.
Whoa.
But this
Oh my
is so
gosh.
clearly an insane person on
Yes.
the other side of the country
Yeah.
that read about this
Yeah, and left a review.
online and left a review.
Yeah.
You should be able to delete that shit
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're
That's
an
fucking
owner.
weird.
That's a weird thing to do. Otherwise,
Super
I
weird.
think almost every other review is like pretty high. This person's really dragging it down, which is rude.
Get her out of here.
There's a handful. Wait, there's a handful of ones.
I ate the wings here and I died.
My throat.
I'm writing
hurt.
this from
my
beyond
throat.
the
My
grave.
throat hurts. Well, anyway, we're also sponsored by the Monster Mary, which is
that's what it is.
a gigantic Bloody Mary.
Oh.
From a bar called the Springbrook Sports Bar and Grill in the Wisconsin Dells, which I
Ah,
recently drove
Wisconsin
through.
Dells.
Girl with
I've never been
Every
to the
time I
Dells.
drove through there, I'd see all the signs and stuff, and I'd be like, God, I fucking want to go
Yeah,
there. I
and
mean,
you
I was
saw-
always
did
as
you
a
see
kid.
those giant? And it's like those giant resorts with
Yeah,
the fucking
all
water
the water
slides
slides
and
and
shit.
the water parks, and then
Yeah.
the duck boats. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, man,
Never been there,
Wisconsin
but
Dells
it
is
does.
fucking
It does
dope.
look cool.
We went there once.
Was it
Did it
dope?
suck?
We did the duck rides.
Was it
Was
dope?
it
I
good?
don't remember. I remember the duck rides, and then we went to the Mall of America. I remember the Mall of
That's
America.
not
Right.
in
I've
Wisconsin
never been there.
Dells.
Yeah, I know, but I
Yeah.
remember those two things.
That was part of it.
That's
It's not
part
too
of the trip.
far.
I fucking know it's on the Dells. I still
I've been to
went.
San Antonio up in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I've been to San Antonio too. You know what's there? The Alamo.
We went to the
and
Wisconsin.
fuck
I was
off.
gonna say we went to the Wisconsin, and then we went to the Alamo. We went to the Wisconsin Dells.
I've been to
and
both
we
of
went the
those
Alamo.
places. You want to talk about it?
Sounds
No,
good to
boring.
me.
Anyway,
Well,
as a kid from the Midwest, driving by all those signs for Wisconsin Dells, I was like, man, we should stop.
it was
here.
actually one of those things where I was like, you go through that, and I'm like, honestly, I'm shocked that wasn't like a trip as a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems
Like
a-
it's
an easy one.
well within Midwest vacation
Yeah.
striking distance. It's an
Again,
about
went
less
there.
than a 10-hour drive.
Yeah.
Perfect amount of drive
For a Midwest
for a
vacay.
Midwest vacay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't.
I
I remember the duck boats.
great. Sounds fine.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good
Uh,
find.
but
Well, now
the
as an
monst-
adult, apparently they're trying to reel in appeal to the
yeah, they
parents
want
too
this.
here.
So the Monster Mary is a Bloody Mary that comes served in a 50-ounce pitcher.
Well, of
That's a
course
good
it
one.
does.
It
Come with a
has-
fucking babysitter.
It has two. It should.
Because I am not going to be
No.
a good mom
No,
after
you're
that.
not. No.
You're not a
it
good mom
comes
if
with-
you
I
order
think
that.
it's for two. I think it's for two. It
I
comes
would
with
hope.
two.
Request stand.
On top of it, it comes with 2 burgers on garlic toast with all the trimmings,
Delicious.
a stack of onion strings,
Mhm.
Okay.
smoked buffalo wings, many pickles, sausage, beef sticks, and then cheese curds.
This sounds
Oh,
fucking awesome.
Of course,
If you-
there's
and
cheese
it's-
curds on top.
And it's
Wisconsin
it's
Dells.
$45.
That's it?
What?
That's a meal.
It's 2
That's
meals.
a meal for 2 and drinks for 2. If you yes, if
And
if
apps.
you went, yeah, it's honestly a fucking
It's
deal.
apps, a main, and
It's
drinks.
a goddamn deal.
I was like, that's $150.
I think
Yeah. And I
LOLJK
think
needs to do a goddamn remote
Yeah,
to Wisconsin
let's go.
Dells.
Let's go.
Oh, family vacate,
Let's
Wisconsin
go,
Dells.
Dells.
Let's do the Dells.
I think it also
Let's
comes with
do the
beer
Dells.
backs because Wisconsin is a normal place where when you get a Bloody Mary, you get a beer back.
What's a beer back?
It's just a small beer.
Oh.
That because they're like, yeah, a Bloody Mary is a lot. You probably need to break that up. with,
And so
like,
instead
a
of breaking up with
Budweiser.
non-alcoholic,
Yeah.
you break it up with a beer.
Yeah, you don't break it
Yeah.
up with a
Water,
water. Yeah,
no.
it comes with like a tiny beer.
Yeah.
One of the
funny.
places we went to in Minnesota had these thin, tall mugs. That was like your beer back for your, and it was really cute. If I'm honest, it's pretty cute.
Did you put your pinky out?
But
when
that's
you
how
used
you
it?
know that you're at like a legit place is when you order a Bloody Mary and they're like, and they just bring you tiny beer next to
Okay.
it. Then you're like, okay, this is good.
I-
This is legit.
I like
The person that owns this place is not from LA.
They're definitely an alcoholic.
Yeah. No, maybe.
I've
maybe.
I started liking Bloody Marys way later.
They're so good.
They're good.
I know. Like all of a sudden, I was like, these are fucking good.
They're so
You, Joey,
good.
you love V8s.
You
I
get some
know.
Zing Zang?
Yeah, I fucking just drink
fucking
Zing Zang.
Down Zing Zang.
I
That
would
shit's
buy
good.
that a lot and just drink that. Like
Yeah.
even thinking,
They're so good.
Even
It's really
it's
good.
solid. Even
It's good.
thinking about
It's
it,
also like that has a good like gritty
yeah.
consistency to it. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
damn.
I'm
Oh,
feeling
I
it
think
in the
I want
corner
one
of my
real
mouth.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, right
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the zing
Zing Zang's the shit.
Yeah.
Bloody Mary is the perfect drink in terms of normally it's just you always customize it.
Yeah.
You go you like
Dump
you
some
if
pickles
you-
in it
Once
or some
again, if it's
olives.
another place that you go to, we went to a place, an amazing breakfast place on our drive up and down to Minnesota that was very good, but it was like they had a Bloody Mary bar. And it was like they
Oh.
had
Bar.
bacon, beef sticks, fucking
Are
pickles.
beef sticks
they
just
had
like jerky?
Yeah.
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 Like a
but
Slim
yeah,
Jim?
but in a
Like a
stick.
Slim Jim,
Yeah,
yeah,
a Slim
yeah.
Jim. But they like had all the trimmings, and then of course like hot sauce and
That's
Worcestershire and everything,
Yeah.
like everything you could possibly want.
You know what's
Beautiful.
funny is I've probably drank more Zing Zang by itself than I've had like
Actual Bloody Marys.
Bloody Mary in it. And I've had it before.
Yeah.
Does Zing Zang have alcohol in it? Or
No,
No,
it's,
it's
the
just the
mix.
mixer.
It's just the
Mixer.
mix.
Yeah, you add it's like I think it's like supposed to be 2 parts Zing Zang and then 1 part vodka or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That stuff is fucking good. All of a sudden, I think you hit an age and you're like tomato juice.
I get it.
I
It's
get it
good.
now.
I want some pickles now.
And then the
It's
bummer
good.
is you're like, I'm fucking having vegetables, and then you realize
You're
it's
not.
like
you're not at all.
it's enough sodium for like 6 weeks.
And you drank 8 servings of it.
I would
Delicious.
stand in front of the fridge and just be like,
And tomatoes a fruit. So
Yeah, so it's
still
fine.
no veg.
But
Yeah.
carrots.
But if you
aren't.
put some
We're
celery
talking
in
about
there,
V8
you'd be good.
or Bloody Mary.
Talking about V8.
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh, well, you put
We were talking about
celery.
Bloody
You put
Marys.
celery in your Bloody Mary. It's fine.
I don't eat celery.
There's no veg
You
happening.
put a beef stick.
You put a beef stick or bacon in it.
There you go. It's fine. Whatever.
I would like to have a nice Bloody Mary. I've never had a nice Bloody Mary.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It is really good.
I want a nice one. But I don't want like a nice LA one.
Yeah.
No.
I want
There's
this
a couple places
I want
in
the one with
LA
the burgers
that
on
give
it.
you the little beer back and all that stuff. There's some places that
Give me the one with the burgers and the fries.
I just feel like it's
Yeah.
going to be more expensive than it should be. Cause
Oh wait, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Bloody Mary Hero
there's
costs as
no
much as
doubt
that.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not getting a full meal.
It's
and
8 ounces. It's 8
Yeah.
ounces, and it still costs $45.
you're not getting a 50-ounce pitcher of it with an entire meal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
For
It's
$45.
worth the plane ticket to go out there and do that, to get that much alcohol here.
Haven't thought
So
about
did
that,
you-
Brian, but maybe.
Is this the
So I'm saying family vacay to the Dells.
Let's
is this the
Let's go.
do it.
the flip side of stupid food sponsors? So we went from
Yeah, this is
expensive
great.
to-
This is
Yeah,
great
awesome.
deals.
Yeah.
yes, just other
Great
side of
delicious
stupid.
deals.
of America,
Yeah.
America, America.
Yeah,
delicious deals. I like the alliteration.
that's
there.
pretty good. There's a lot of crazy ones like that, which is pretty fun. We are also sponsored by The Poo Trap.
Oh, we need that.
I know. I was about to tell. I told Kim that I had a
He might
sponsor
have
for
something
you.
for us. Yeah.
The Poo
What is
Trap
this?
is a
Little bucket
weird
that goes on a
little
dog butt.
harness, like
Oh,
that
wow.
goes around
it's like
your
a
dog.
feed bag for a horse.
Yes,
but it's
yes, and it
cover
has
their
like a
beehole.
little U-shaped design that frames their asshole, and you can put a bag in there, and it just shits into the bag.
It's like so you don't have to
Those
use the doggy
poor
bags.
fucking
Yeah.
dogs.
Well, you're still using a doggy bag, but
Yeah.
you don't have to like pick up
It's like
the
yeah,
shit.
it's like you have like horses have
What
things
they
like
were
that, too.
saying was a rainy day.
But like a horse
can
one,
shit
a horse one,
inside.
like the bag isn't like the
Tight.
horse shit bag. Yeah.
These
It's
fall
not-
into it.
Yeah.
It's not up against the asshole.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a horse.
Oh,
Up against
this
the
goes
ass.
up against
It's
the
like
ass.
a
Oh, this
horse.
is up